Thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody. I'm pleased to see the size of the crowd and appreciate everybody being here. I've got a long list of honored guests that I'd also like to introduce. But thank you all for coming. Thank you for being a part of our announcement today and joining us at our Technology Center here in Monroe. First of all, I'd like to recognize, and we'll have it speak in a few minutes, Governor John Bell Edwards. We might have to hold applause till the end for all of these. U.S. Representative Dr. Ralph Abraham. Yes. Representatives from the offices of Senator Bill Cassidy and Senator John Kennedy. Commissioner Foster Campbell from the Louisiana Public Service Commission. Les Geis, president of Louisiana Tech University. Rick Gallo, president of Grambling State University. And I've been invited to the first football game in the last 125 years between the two universities this fall, so I'm planning on coming back for that. Nick Bruno, president of University of Louisiana at Monroe. Daniel Epps, president of Delta Community College. Jamie Mayo, mayor of Monroe. Stacy Mitchell, mayor of West Monroe. Members of the local legislative delegation, police jury, and city council. I also want to welcome a couple of CenturyLink board members, Bruce Hanks, who's the vice chairman of CenturyLink, and Harvey Perry, who's the chairman of CenturyLink. And again, finally, I want to thank and welcome all the employees from CenturyLink here in Monroe. Appreciate all of you taking the time to join us this morning. In March of 2015, CenturyLink opened this state-of-the-art technology center of excellence in which we are currently standing, a sign of our ongoing commitment to Greater Monroe area and to Louisiana. We're proud of this facility and our more than 2,000 employees who work here and throughout Louisiana. As a further sign of our commitment, we're here today to announce that CenturyLink, the state of Louisiana, and the Louisiana Department of Economic Development and Louisiana Tech University have agreed to extend our cooperative endeavor agreement through December 31st, 2025, an additional 5 years. In summary, what this means is that the Louisiana Department of Economic Development has agreed to continue to collaborate with Louisiana Tech and other Louisiana higher education institutions and CenturyLink to further enhance CenturyLink's operations and the opportunities for students seeking careers in telecommunications and information technology. As the global headquarters of CenturyLink, we remain focused on having as many jobs in the greater Monroe area and Louisiana as we possibly can. However, our success in doing so is directly tied to our ability to attract and retain the talent CenturyLink needs, a trained and skilled workforce that can respond to and meet the ever-changing technology needs of our customers. We've been happy with the results of this cooperative agreement and are pleased today to announce its extension. So thank you all. Now I get to go into the 2 or 3 minute commercial for CenturyLink. So for employees, you got to hear this again. For all our distinguished guests, welcome to the story. With roots in local telephone business beginning in the 1930s, CenturyLink has transformed itself several times during its nearly 90-year history. And I'm confident we're on the right path to continue today as we transform our business. While all of you know about CenturyLink's presence locally, it's also important to know that CenturyLink is well known as a leading global communications provider serving customers in more than 60 countries, including many of the world's largest and best companies out there. CenturyLink owns and operates one of the world's largest fiber networks with over 450,000 global route miles of fiber, connecting more than 150,000 buildings on net and more than 2,200 public and private data centers in North America, Latin America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. As CenturyLink has grown, we've received great support from Louisiana local and state officials, as well as the state's higher education institutions. And we must continue to work together to ensure that Louisiana has a trained and skilled pool of talent available to meet CenturyLink's needs and other technology companies' workforce in today's digital global economy. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace and customers' needs and expectations change, we are focused on transforming CenturyLink into a leading global technology company that helps our customers enable next-generation applications that meets their needs and helps them succeed. Our employees in Monroe, Louisiana, and around the world are crucial to that transformation. Again, thank you all for joining us today and for your continued support of CenturyLink. We're happy to have Governor John Bell Edwards here today. I'm going to turn the podium over to the governor now for his remarks. Thank you all.
Jeff, thank you so much. Good morning, everybody, and what a beautiful day to be in Monroe, Louisiana, here at CenturyLink. And I want to thank Jeff, all the CenturyLink employees, and thanks to these legislators and elected officials behind me, Mayor Jamie Mayo and other elected officials of Monroe and West Monroe, Ouachita Parish, Northeast Louisiana. Thank you, Foster Campbell, for being here. And Congressman Abraham, thank you very much for joining us today. I really want to express my very personal thanks to each and every one of you for your stalwart support of CenturyLink, not just today, but over the years. Certainly without you, we wouldn't be here today with this very positive announcement. And so I'm thrilled to join Jeff Storey today to celebrate this great day with all of you. And I want to thank also the folks at the Department of Economic Development, led by Secretary Don Pearson, who worked so hard to make sure that we could get to today and have this celebration. As much as I enjoy welcoming new companies to Louisiana, it's always special to reaffirm an existing relationship that has already contributed so much to our state. That's what we're doing here today. With this agreement, CenturyLink is committing to keep its global headquarters here in Monroe, Louisiana, which is critically important to the people in North Louisiana, but I want to assure you it's important to the state as a whole. By securing the presence of CenturyLink here, where it belongs, we are ensuring that one of the biggest economic drivers in Louisiana history remains a part of Louisiana's present and Louisiana's future. CenturyLink and its customers conduct business over 450,000 route miles of fiber optic lines to power the digital economy in more than 150,000 net-enabled buildings. Millions more enjoy CenturyLink internet, cable, and phone services in their homes. It's truly a global enterprise wrought from decades of hard work by devoted Louisiana employees. And the most amazing part of this story is where it all began, with the Williams family, when they acquired the company 90 years ago. They began with 75 home subscribers. In their first year, 8-year-old Clark McRae Williams delivered bills on his bicycles to those 75,000 residential subscribers. Today, the company that started with 75 home accounts in Oak Ridge does 75% of its business, its multi-billion-dollar business, with commercial customers all over the world. For Monroe and Northeast Louisiana, CenturyLink has brought a higher standard of living and an improved quality of life. CenturyLink has brought economic success and a Fortune 200 corporate headquarters right here to the state of Louisiana in Monroe. Were it not for CenturyLink, we would not have amassed the higher education assets, the research and development capacity, and the growing number of software and information technology jobs that we now enjoy throughout North Louisiana. We would not have the roadmap to the future that we have today in the I-20 cyber corridor. And it takes all of us to build the economy of the future. Along the I-20 cyber corridor, we have the Global Strike Command of our nation's strategic nuclear defense forces. We have cutting-edge biomedical research. We have the National Cyber Research Park. We have the largest robotics-enabled manufacturing and distribution center of its kind anywhere in the world. We have the first LEED Platinum frozen foods facility in the world. We have major research and postgraduate institutions of higher education that are supplying a pipeline of advanced manufacturing, cybersecurity, cyber engineering, and software and IT professionals for the digital economy. And in this agreement, the state and CenturyLink are doubling down on this commitment to training the next generation by providing for additional grant dollars for Louisiana Tech, for technology programs, faculty, and instruction. But the partnership won't just be with Louisiana Tech, it's going to be with all the institutions of higher education across North Louisiana, including right here in Monroe at ULM, including at Grambling State University and Delta Community College. Jeff, we thank you for your commitment to Monroe and to continuing the CenturyLink story that began here so many years ago. We trust that the future of CenturyLink is in great hands with your leadership. And on behalf of the state of Louisiana, the people of Monroe and Ouachita Parish and Northeast Louisiana, I want to thank you sincerely for securing the relationship between North Louisiana and CenturyLink. There is no better place for CenturyLink's headquarters than Monroe, Louisiana. And there are no better people to continue this company's journey through the 21st century than the people who provide their talents here at this campus. So most importantly, let me thank the very talented, dedicated employees of CenturyLink who make this such a special place and who will be such a large part of CenturyLink's future. You know, when I took office, we were facing a deficit of more than $2 billion. It was worse than anyone predicted, and it was growing by the day. And there's still a lot of hard work to do, but we are moving in the right direction. And our budget stability has allowed us to make sure that we are funding higher education again in the state of Louisiana to produce the educated, skilled, trained talent that Jeff Storey told you a while ago is so critically important for the future of CenturyLink. And it's not just important for the future of CenturyLink, it is important for the future of Louisiana. It's how you create more opportunity and more prosperity. This is what it looks like. So may God continue to bless CenturyLink and the great state of Louisiana. And thank all of you again for being here and giving me an opportunity to share a few minutes with you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, Governor, and your staff and all of the elected officials that are here today for continuing to help us make Monroe a key part of CenturyLink's future, establishing the talent and the skills necessary by working with all the great universities represented today and with the local government will continue to make us stronger. So I appreciate that very much. Now everybody go back to work. Thank you all.